Customer called me about this brand new FN pistol he had just purchased. And within 40 rounds at the range, his magazine release fell out. So this is a model 510, chambered in 10mm, of course. Serial number on this one is BBP0021349. They're out of Columbia, South Carolina. Set up for a suppressor. You got the high front sight and a removable rear for a red dot, but it's these high ears on the left and right of the rear sight to protect the rear. Those are funky. And then a removable back strap and an ambidextrous magazine release if it was in the gun. Let's check it out. So the spring is still there. It's just risen out of the pocket, so the spring would fit down into this little slot, and then you could push it left or right, whichever hand you happen to be using. But that spring would have to be seated down all the way into this part. Now, considering this is a brand new pistol and he's only got 40 rounds out of it, and he certainly never took the magazine release apart, I can only assume that from the factory it just wasn't seated. The spring wasn't seated all the way into the pocket. Attention to detail. Let's go ahead and put this back together and see if there's any problems with it coming back out. We're going to use this old toothbrush handle I rubbed against a pumice stone in the shower until I got the shape I wanted. We're going to use it to push on this spring lightly and get it to go back into place. There it is. If you look down into the mag well, you can see now how far the spring is seated into the magazine release. I can only assume that whoever touched the magazine release spring last just simply didn't seat it far enough down into the pocket, and it simply came out under recoil. Although the action is a knockoff of a Glock, it's a great design. The magazine release and the magazine release spring are a proprietary design to FN. I would assume they've rigorously tested their design. I don't think this is a design issue. I just think it was something that was overlooked. I've looked at some videos online, and it doesn't seem like anyone's complained about this issue before, so I think that's just an anomaly. I really think that this is just something that was overlooked at the factory, probably on a Friday night. Thanks for watching.